Well, hello, hello. It is October 2024. I'm Franz. This is Andy.
Hey, everybody.
This is your Concrete CMS Town Hall checking in. What's good? What's happening in the community? And your concrete bits and pieces. So pretty light day. Jess is not with us today. Usually she's behind the scenes pushing buttons and stuff, but she is fleeing from weather in Florida. So let's all hope for the best for Jess
Yeah.
and hope for the best for us as I see what I can do with StreamYard here. So if you have questions, put them in the chat and we will try to address them. But I think it's going to be a pretty snappy town hall today. So start off with the news. We did a core release last week. I think it was a pretty lightweight one. You want to talk about what was in that, Andy?
Sure. Yeah, there were no security updates or anything like that in this release. It's pretty light on the new features, but there were a couple little things in there, so you may want to check that out. Just some quality of life improvements and some definite bug fixes. There was a bug fix from 9.3.4 that is actually escaping me now, but it was I remember what it was. So in 9.3.4 we fixed some issues throughout the code base where it was a bit confusing because it looked as though you could assign groups like guest and registered users to users themselves. And so people would try and do this, and then they would be confused when nothing would happen. And the reason for that is because those are not actually groups that you can or should be able to assign to people. They're groups that have existed forever in Concrete as a way to search different types of users, or a way to refer to users. So if a user comes to the site or a visitor to the site comes, but they don't have an authenticated session, they are automatically considered to be in the guest group. And so you can assign that to different pages to say, hey, I want guests to be able to view this page or not view this page or do whatever. And but that's not really a group that should be assignable in the dashboard. And if we were to rebuild it today using the tech that we have now, we probably wouldn't even make them user groups. But when Concrete first came out, we didn't have much, so we used those as groups. So we fixed some issues with that, but unfortunately we hid those groups from places where they actually need to be shown, like advanced permissions and things like that. So if you upgraded to 9.3.4 and you're trying to do something complicated on your site and getting confused because you can't assign registered users or guests to different permissions, definitely check out 9.3.5. And also if you want to stay up to date, 9.3.5 is pretty low risk. There's lots of good little things in there, so definitely check that out. And
Awesome. Well, that's the big news. I said moving right along. This next part is where we give thanks to the people from the open source community that are helping Concrete. And I guess this is a good month to take a step back and say, open source means a lot of things to a lot of different people. If you're keeping up with the middleware-based CMS news these days, you're probably seeing a lot of back and forth with WordPress and WP Engine and giving 5% of your revenue, or I think it's 8% back that Matt's expecting out of WP Engine. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Here at Concrete, we gave Concrete away under the MIT license in 2009, I believe, because we thought it was pretty cool. We like building stuff with it. We thought other people might too. If you do, more power to you. If you do and you see something that you want to make better, we'd love to have your help doing that. But if you don't, that's okay too. We offered it free because we thought it would make the world a better place. And if it does, that's cool. And if you don't like it, that's cool too. That said, we do like to take a moment every month to thank people who have found the time to help in one of many ways. And so, Andy, I will toss it back to you to do our shout outs with your excellent name pronunciation, the journey of figuring out how to pronounce handles. So
my
over to you.
Experience. Yes, thank you to everyone who submitted code for this past month, during this past month in GitHub. That includes M. Locati, RL Hawk1, Leal K, Dimger, Alec Biela, Masuva, and Hishi. And to everyone who opened new issues, thank you for keeping us honest and keeping Concrete moving forward. And that includes Hishi, Morier, Marco Chioni, Isaac, John the Fish, M. Price, Jiro NZ, Michael Valenti, Alec Biella, Biker Dave, Quentin Deve Pro, Rainer, and Rainer S. Webb. So thank you to everyone who's keeping that active in there. Even when we're working on, even when our attention is sort of split onto different matters, it's great to see Concrete continues to move forward with your contributions and your attention, and we couldn't do it without it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's see. Time to move right along to the PRB. Let's see if I can push the magic button. What happens here?
Hello, I'm John the Fish, and welcome to the Marketplace News. First up this month we have Basic Bedrock. Basic Bedrock is a theme starting point developed by Affixia and now released to the marketplace by Portland Labs. Whilst Basic Bedrock will install as a theme, it won't look great. The idea is that you take Basic Bedrock and use it to develop further themes. Having developed further themes, you can use them on sites, sell them to customers, even submit them to the marketplace commercially. With that in mind, Basic Bedrock is MIT licensed and is free in the marketplace. Now we have a real theme. This is English Garden, developed by Portland Labs and submitted to the marketplace by Mike. English Garden is a fairly straightforward, clean theme, but with all the essential components. English Garden provides all the usual page templates and page types, a selection of theme-specific block templates, and half a dozen different colour styles. Again, the sample content is more entertaining than most, buying and selling houses based on signs of the zodiac. English Garden is $35 in the marketplace. That's all for this month. We have more add-ons under review in the PRB, and you can look forward to those next time.
All right. Thanks,
Nice.
John. Thanks, Mike. Good to see our own stuff getting in there. Excellent. We got more stuff coming. So very cool. All right. Moving right along. Going to show off a Concrete site that we found in the wild. Oh, wow. Now I got to find the browser. Okay, here we go. Elk River Municipal Utilities. Concrete is a great solution for public sector stuff. It's Concrete ships ISO 27001 and SOC 2 compliant, and if you host it well, it'll stay that way. And so, yeah, here's all of your utility info. Now, I think that this is part of a complete rebrand by Prime Advertising here. So shout out to them. Job well done. Even shrink wrapping.
Oh, wow. I see what you
whole
mean.
deal.
Cool.
Yeah, the website was just kind of part of the package. Good job to them. And, there's going to be a bunch of content and some areas to log in, and a little side panel nav here is kind of cool. So
looks good.
Yeah, good looking site.
Seems snappy. It's always nice to see.
Fast, easy to manage, easy to train. But we've done a lot of work training large teams to manage sites like this where people kind of come and go. And I think that is often a challenge with content management platforms. It's like, yeah, if you're an expert, you can make it do stuff, but what is the ramp up time on training? Can I get in here and change stuff confidently without breaking the production site? With Concrete, that's always an easy yes. So excellent choice. All righty. Well, I promised you a pretty quick town hall this week or this month, and I think you're going to get it because that is what I know. I don't have anything else to tell you, and I don't have any pressing questions coming in. So Andy and I are going to sign off, get back to the other work that we're doing, and we will see you again in a month.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.